One of the highest ranked prospects in the Red Sox system is now just one step away from making their major league debut. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin, and amidst a pretty terrible weekend where the Red Sox lost 2 out of 3 games from the Chicago White Sox, yesterday Red Sox fans got some really great news regarding their number 3 system in the Red Sox system and him getting a promotion to just being one step away from reaching the major leagues. So what we're going to do in today's video is break down this promotion. We're going to talk about what this player has done so far this year to earn himself a promotion, why the Red Sox may be doing this at the time they are doing it, and we're going to be talking about how all of this impacts not only this player's timeline, but the future of the Boston Red Sox. But before we get into that, as you can tell, I love collecting different Red Sox stuff, especially different Red Sox collectibles, and one of my favorite places to go is Foco.com. That's why this season we are partnering with Foco.com to bring you guys some of the most insanely unique Red Sox collectibles on the internet. Because of their official license, Foco can bring out some really cool Red Sox collectibles like a Wally Stranger Things bobblehead, like a Batman Red Sox bobblehead, like all these different player bobbleheads. They've got all these awesome Red Sox bobbleheads and collectibles at Foco.com, and because of this partnership, viewers of this channel can get 15% off site-wide at Foco.com using code RedSeatRadio, all one word, RedSeatRadio at checkout. So head over to Foco.com today, get yourself some really awesome and unique Red Sox collectibles, again, using code RedSeatRadio at Foco.com. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. So the big news yesterday, outside of the Red Sox somehow losing a series to the Chicago White Sox, is that yesterday it was announced that the Red Sox are going to be promoting their number 3 prospect in their system, Ceddanne Rafaela, from AA to AAA Worcester. Now, so far this year, Ceddanne's been having a really great season at the plate. So far this year in AA, he was boasting a .294 average with a .332 on base percentage, a .441 slug. He had 6 home runs, 40 total RBIs, and 18 doubles before his promotion. Good for a slightly above 107 WRC plus, so about 7% more productive than the average AA hitter. Now, obviously, on top of those statistics that he's put up so far, Ceddanne Rafaela has played some absolutely fantastic defense. Now, I don't really need to go into detail about how good defensively Ceddanne Rafaela is on the field, right? I think everyone kind of knows already just how good defensively Ceddanne is, but because we're making this video, I am just gonna say it felt like every single week, especially on Twitter and with everyone who covers the Red Sox prospect system, they kept boasting about Ceddanne Rafaela making another jaw-dropping play, and they were right. It seemed like every week Ceddanne Rafaela was doing something crazy on the field. So Ceddanne has been putting up some great numbers at the plate in AA, and he's also been putting up some great numbers on the field as well. Now, there are still some concerns with Ceddanne Rafaela, specifically with his swing and miss, and more specifically, it's with his plate discipline, right? He's always kind of been known as a guy who makes really great contact, but does have a hard time laying off certain pitches, and once in a while, you will see him sort of slip into a bit of swing and miss type territory. So far this season, he's improved those numbers pretty marginally, if any. In 2022, he finished the year with a 19.8 strikeout rate, and in 2020 in AA as well, he finished with a 20.7 strikeout rate. And for walks, he went from a 5.1 strikeout rate in 2022 to a 5.3 strikeout rate in 2023. So not much improvement overall when we're talking about his plate discipline at the plate, right? But again, his contact is very good, and he can still put the bat to the ball very well. It's a matter of being more selective with your pitches, right? Once in a while, we'll see Ceddanne Rafaela go weeks looking like he is absolutely locked in at the plate, and then we'll go a couple of weeks where it looks like, yeah, he's really highlighting his swing and miss ability because of the fact that he doesn't have that crazy plate discipline that we've seen in other prospects, which leads to a bit of couple stretches where he does get that swing and miss a lot, leading to a low walk rate and a high strikeout rate. And that's sort of been the story on him throughout his entire career so far in the minor leagues, and it's something that they were working on him with in AA. Even with that aside, if you combine what he's done so far this year at the plate when he is producing, combined with the ceiling that he has on offense with his insane defense, the ceiling for Ceddanne Rafaela is really really high, and that is one of the reasons that Ceddanne Rafaela is the number 3 and sometimes number 2 prospect in the Boston Red Sox system right now. And obviously, so far this year, regardless of the concerns still surrounding Ceddanne Rafaela, the Boston Red Sox decided that, yeah, he's done enough so far this year to earn himself a promotion to AAA. So why now? Why did the Boston Red Sox now decide to promote Ceddanne Rafaela? I think when it comes down to it, the obvious biggest reason why the Red Sox decided to promote Ceddanne Rafaela has a lot to do with what he's already done at the AA level, right? We already talked about his 2023 statistics, which finished with him with a 107 WRC+, but in totality in AA, Ceddanne Rafaela has more than 500 plate appearances, nearing 600 plate appearances, and throughout all of those plate appearances, he's been above average production-wise at the plate the entire time. In 2022, he had a 113 WRC+, and again in 2023 he had a 107 WRC+. So it gets to a point, in my opinion, especially with a prospect with a ceiling the way Ceddanne Rafaela's ceiling is currently set at, where you have to be like, hey, what more can this guy prove to me at the AA level? Let's see what he can do at the next level. And I think ultimately that's what this decision came down to. The fact that Ceddanne Rafaela seemed like he was just simply ready to go to the next level to see how he can improve his game and get just that more closer to making his major league debut. But one other thing I wanted to point out timing wise of this is that it's real close to the MLB trade deadline, right? The MLB trade deadline is at the end of July. And while I don't entirely think that Ceddanne Rafaela is going to be a major piece in a trade, at the same time too, if you remember this offseason, a lot of the trades that were going down and a lot of the issues why trades weren't being made is because a lot of teams wanted either young MLB talent, or they wanted young, almost MLB ready talent. Ceddanne Rafaela coming up now would put him that much closer to being an almost ready MLB ready talent, which could be something to keep an eye on as we get closer to the MLB deadline. But again, I'm sure that was slightly part of it, but I think the biggest part of this is that Ceddanne Rafaela was just simply ready to come up. And AAA is going to be a bit of a challenge for Ceddanne. We mentioned the concerns he had in AA. Now he's coming up and facing AAA pitching, and while some may argue that AA pitching is actually better than AAA pitching, at the same time too, at the very least, you're facing an entirely different arsenal of pitchers, an entirely different arsenal of pitches, and that may be a bit of a struggle for Ceddanne. But again, this is a guy I do have faith in. This is a guy who has been, regardless of his strikeout rate, consistently productive on the field and at the plate, and he's a guy whose ceiling could be really, really high. So at first, I think we are going to see some struggles from Ceddanne Rafaela, but I think ultimately he will make that adjustment in AAA. Now, what does this do for his timeline? Well, Sox Prospects has Ceddanne Rafaela making his major league debut sometime in mid-2024, whereas MLB Pipeline has Ceddanne Rafaela making his major league debut in 2023, and honestly, I think it'll be somewhere around that time frame, right? Somewhere between the end of 2023 and the beginning of 2024, because in my opinion, we're not going to see him up right away. He's going to take some time to adjust to AAA pitching, and I don't think we won't see him next year at all. So in my opinion, best case scenario for Ceddanne is that he does really, really well in AAA right off the bat, and we see him at the end of the year, possibly during September call-ups or something like that. Or if not, we see him try and make a push to make an opening day roster in 2024, because I do think this AAA promotion does pump his timeline up a little bit, but not really an insane amount. Like, I don't think we're going to be seeing Ceddanne Rafaela next month, but I also don't think that we're going to be waiting until past the All-Star break in 2024 to see what he looks like. What I really love about this move is if it's another aggressive move by the Boston Red Sox, who over the past couple of weeks have made some really aggressive moves with their prospects, right? Shane Drohan was kind of the first one, but then you got Marcelo Meyer, you got Roman Anthony, and now Ceddanne Rafaela, who's a bit less aggressive than the other two. But like I said, right, he was having a bit of concern at the plate at the AA level. He wasn't producing insanely above average at the AA level, but the Red Sox trust in this guy's ability, they trust in this guy's ceiling, and they more importantly trust within this Red Sox system that the players along the way and the coaching staffs along the way are going to help Ceddanne Rafaela and really any prospect develop themselves further. And to me, that's a really, really great sign. The fact that the Red Sox are, one, trusting their talent, and two, trusting their staff with that talent is really, really important to growing and building this core that the Red Sox have been wanting for the last couple of years. So I really do like this move in terms of its aggressiveness. I don't think that Ceddanne Rafaela is going to be a major piece in a trade, at least not right now, but I do think that this timing of all this is something to at least think about. On top of that too, if you are a Red Sox fans that's sitting there being like, what is there to look forward to with this Red Sox team, and you can't already see the vision at the major league level, take a look at the minor league level right now. You've got guys performing at every single level of this Red Sox system that could be key pieces to this Red Sox team for years to come, and Ceddanne Rafaela is the latest move within this system that should be getting you a bit excited about what the future of the Boston Red Sox could look like. Ultimately, I want to congratulate Ceddanne Rafaela. I think he truly and thoroughly deserves this promotion. He's been working his ass off, and it's got to feel absolutely incredible to, one, be rewarded for that, and two, get within one step of playing your dream out of being a major league player. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of this latest Red Sox promotion? What do you think of the timing of it? What do you think of the player himself? What do you think the impact on the Red Sox could be? What do you think of the Red Sox promoting their number 3 prospect in the comment section down below? As always, if you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor. Make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video as well. Helps these videos out a ton, and it would mean a lot to me. Don't forget to use code RedSeatRadio, all one word, at checkout at foco.com. Get yourself some of these cool collectibles that I have above my head. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you in the red seats.